Now we're gonna go some. All right, yo. We're live on YouTube. If anybody wants to follow on YouTube, it's just Chat Bout Flim. I'm not sure, Daddy P, how to send you the link yet. We're still learning how to do certain things. You see me? So we're trying to figure that part out. We finally got it. The page is called Chat Bout Flim, so hopefully you can find, but it has no followers, so I don't know how easy or hard that is going to be. I just want to big up my producer in the background, Gigi, make a noise.
Hi.
I don't know if anybody here in the live can hear that, but I know we can hear it on.
Who can hear? Instagram Live can hear?
I don't think Instagram Live can hear that.
Perfect.
All right, well, we're live. We're live here. Shayne can pick up the microphone. Yeah. So, first of all, we're going to start by giving an intro to the show, right? If you guys see me looking all over the place, it's because this is primarily going to be an audio podcast, but let's just introduce you guys to what it is.
You don't have to apologize for that.
Yeah, I don't have to apologize for that. You're right. So, this is Chat. Can't hear her. Yeah, she doesn't care if you can't hear her, apparently. So, this is Chat Bout Flim. Respect, Khalil. All right, let's officially start the episode. Go on. Welcome, everybody. This is Chat Bout Flim episode 1, where we give our take on the film and TV industry. This will be a movie and a TV show podcast where we try to talk about film in general, and we also just try to talk about things local. It is one of my brainchilds in the sense that I do believe that Jamaica is a country that loves film, but I'm not sure that we have enough people talking about film how we want. So I decided to start this podcast, this episode 1. So that's just the show itself. Chat Bout Flim. Look for it on IG. Look for it on YouTube. I don't have the link to put on yet, but it will be on YouTube. So, YouTube good to go. Big up Pierce. All right. With that said, I just want to do an introduction of who is on the show today. I am the host, and I will be rotating my guests at times, but you will probably see Shayne more often than not.
Hope not.
You hope not.
No, I'm not used to being this side in front of the camera thing.
Well, so it go.
Yeah.
But it's not really a camera, it's mostly audio. You know, they're just getting a sneak peek on the behind the scenes.
Or more voice.
Don't worry about the voice, bro.
Do you cringe at your voice?
What?
Do you cringe at your voice when you hear it?
No, do you?
Yeah.
You cringe at my voice when you hear it?
Yes. But I
Anyway, so Simon the writer here. We're here with Shayne Morris, a good friend of mine and a fellow cinephile.
That sounds so. I watch TV. I like to watch movies.
All right.
I like to watch TV shows.
A fellow lover of films.
All right.
A fellow person that I would argue with all the time about films. So let's get into it. How we're going to actually start. We're going to talk about hot topics. We're going to talk about local things. And then we're going to have a special episode topic. Today's episode topic is our top 3 favorite action films. So we're going to kind of break down films that we love, why we love them, and things like that. We're also going to look at trailers and talk about what we feel about the trailers. You guys won't see the trailers, obviously, because it's primarily a podcast. And then we're just going to kind of discuss that and move on from there. All right? So, the first thing we want to go on to is the hot topic. Gigi, what's the hot topic? You came up with a hot topic, you know?
The reopening of Palace Cineplex.
All right, the reopening of Palace Cineplex. Now, as you all know, it's been Corona times, COVID times, and Palace has decided they want a piece of the money too.
It is time.
It is time. All right, how you feel about that though?
Me?
Yeah, how you feel about
that shit? I ain't going into
Right?
no
Yep.
movie theater with no backup. First of all, when even pre-COVID, I stopped.
It was
going to it.
nasty.
Yeah,
Even pre-COVID.
I will stop going. Like, what is my motivation to go? And how them going to do it? All right. One person sit here, skip 3 seats. Next person sit there, skip 3 seats. Like what are the protocols? How am I go eat my popcorn through mask?
First of all,
No, you use a shield.
from what I hear, Gigi, I don't know if you can look up on Palace IG page, Palace Movies. I know that they had said that there are regulations that they're going to have to follow.
All
So
right, let me
think
see.
I don't know if it's going to be an IG page, but it should be there. But they did say, Shayne, that they can only go half capacity for each theater. That's one. I think they have to have sanitation stations, and I think you might have to wear masks the whole time. So I'm not sure what.
So no
Well,
3D
on
movies.
no
the
3D movies. I'm investigating 3D movies. On the page, what it say?
Instagram, it says social distancing and necessary safety measures will be observed.
That's all.
Yeah. Patrons will be required to wear masks and temperature checks done upon entry. And temperature. What is temperature check?
When they hold a gun to you?
No, I know what it is, but like, if I'm on the first day of my period, my
You're hot.
temperature is high.
Well, all right. So here it is.
I don't have corona.
104.
It raises a little bit.
Well, here's a
For
question.
them to just be like, no, it's like, what is 36.5? You have to stay outside.
Well, they have a number. You know what I always want? This is not even just a movie thing. This is just a corona question.
All right,
Like, I sometimes, like, when I go places and they do the temperature check, I kind of wait to see the next person because I want them temperature to be high. To be like, what y'all gonna do? Like,
No,
is there
they're
like a man around the corner that's just waiting to tackle somebody?
No, they're just
They're
saying
telling you to
happening.
wait, cool
That's
off
so
over there.
anticlimactic. I want that, like,
That happened to me before. They're like, it's a little high. Just stay under the shade for a little bit and then come back.
stay under the shade to de-corona your body?
Exactly. It don't make no sense. Exactly.
No, I have this dream that there's going to be, like you see those videos of the Karens walking without the mask, that these stores should hire like a Terry Crews. And every time somebody who temperature too high don't wear a mask, a man just come out and tackle them.
Okay, but the person that tackled them gonna get the corona.
No, put them in a bodysuit and put them in a Bane suit.
A Bane suit.
A Bane setup and tackle everybody with corona. Anyways, we're straying from the point, which is fine. But the idea is that Palace plans to have certain safety procedures.
Yeah, that's how it says.
That's what it says. And hopefully with these safety...
And the showing times are 4:45 and 7:45.
4:45?
Yeah.
Oh, so they make sure it's before work so that people don't bomb rush the thing. Yeah, they think they're slick, you know.
What them
Box
showing?
office opens Tuesday.
What are they
I don't
opening?
know. Let's see. It's on the website. Hold on.
Cool.
All right. So while Gigi looks up the stuff on the website, my feelings on it, you definitely was just like, yo, fuck that. All right. My opinion on it is I might actually go check it out Wednesday and maybe make it like a special episode of Chat Bout
All
Flim.
right, ready? The Invincible Man. Already moved. Onward. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. Bad Boys for Life.
Those movies came out last year. Why are they showing those movies? I guess those are the movies that expect people going to want to.
Who?
I may have messed up.
Oh,
Give me a
wait.
minute.
You forget where you're there?
Yeah.
Bad Boys for Life will always have people running down. But no,
not just
No, I
here
may have
though.
messed that up. Give me a
you may
minute.
have missed it. That may have been what was out the last time they were open. That's like March movies.
Them can't receive. no
But
movie.
until she finds all of that, let me just, as I was saying, for me personally, I do think entertainment is.
Schedule is not
I do
available
think
yet.
I do think entertainment is necessary. It's just that they have to really show us that they're caring for our safety, and I don't know how. So I'm curious to see. I'm not going to knock it yet until I see. I think half capacity, that maybe something can work. What really needs to happen, which I think is Gigi's great idea, is they need to invest in a drive-through theater.
Yeah.
Them need to invest in just becoming a streaming platform, a
Yes,
subscription-owned
I also agree
streaming
with that.
platform, and
But
and
I don't
call
know.
it fish.
I don't know how.
But
they're
will
going
I don't know if they're going to get the
bootleg-
rights.
I don't know how.
Yeah,
they would
people
do
just can
it.
bootleg that shit nonstop. The thing
Yeah,
about
they
the thing about Palace that really draws people is
The
the size,
experience.
the experience, and all of that.
The
That really
experience
is a
of
thing.
going there, you
Those
get your
things going to be
popcorn.
probably one-off events. You understand? Like going to the movies going to end up being like actual special rated event. Like you have to
Because of the whole corona thing and people don't want to be around.
Well, I mean,
Yo, Jamaicans are ruling.
but what is
Oh.
the trend of people going to the movies? Has it risen? Has it fallen?
Oh no, it's
No.
been consistent. It's been
Yeah,
consistent.
yeah.
It's like
Movies always run.
movies always run. Like if I want to watch a movie that I know might be even slightly popular, I know I have to get my ticket well early, maybe days before.
Not sure.
So it's been that kind
So
of
it's
thing.
still a thing.
So the real fear
I
is
mean,
that people might be
pre-COVID,
bomb
it was
rushing
still
it.
a thing.
Yeah.
Even with the COVID. I mean, look at how them
Yeah.
say open the river and everybody gone on water.
Mhm.
No, places are ram. All I'm waiting for is the word to do it, you know. Which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
why
yeah.
I still stay in home.
No, for sure, you know. I don't go on the river yet. I mean, but did you even see like Friday gone, how Devon House was ram with them soca party?
Why would I see that? First of all,
Twitter.
we're
It was
talking
on
about
Twitter.
soca.
It was
First of all, how would
Yeah,
you?
that's
That's
like-
not
it was on
radar.
Twitter. It was on Twitter that
I
there are a
don't follow
few,
that hashtag.
there are it wasn't a hashtag, bro. But there were a few tweets talking about how Devon House was basically ram with people. But I guess the point
They
I'm
say them a
making,
wine up with their mask on.
no mask was on. That's the
Oh,
thing.
not
No
even
mask was
Oh,
on.
okay,
No.
nice, that's
So the
sexy.
thing
I like
is,
that energy.
so the you like enjoy.
Fuck that.
Wait, if I dirt, I dirt. If I dirt, I dirt.
Oh,
Now, why?
Me want movie. Give me AC, popcorn, and Corona on top.
Give me packed people
But
right beside me.
we want Avengers, popcorn, drizzled with Corona. No,
I
but
want
people.
the next Michael Bay film. Artist, popcorn,
Oh man.
not
So,
just energy.
so the idea is, yeah, I'm loving this energy. But the idea is, that we have to see what they're going to do. I personally think, as you said, Gigi, drive-through has to be the way to
I
go.
feel like there should be a
drive
drive-through.
in.
Right, drive
yeah,
in.
yeah. Foolishness, man. Drive in.
Drive in,
Yeah.
and they somehow pump the sound through the car speakers
That's how it
individually.
No, that's what's used happening with the drive.
You select your radio on a specific
Channel.
frequency.
We're going to channel.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
So 107 point.
Yeah,
It works really well. I remember I used to go driving quite often as a youth.
Yeah. I used to love it.
Harborview was a
Yeah.
space I never ever liked Cinema 2. And the reason for that was because the street lights on the outside made the screen too bright for you to see anything.
That was Cinema 2?
On. Yeah, man.
That feel very before me.
Yeah, man.
I've
well,
never been to a
You never been to Harborview? My father used to sneak me in the back of him VW.
if I used to live at Harborview, you know them.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Cause I know our family, the whole Harborview link and thing.
Harborview driving was a thing.
Was a
I'm so
thing.
sorry you didn't
Never
experience that.
You mean
Oh no, Cinema 2 is where is in New Kingston, right?
New Kingston.
Yeah, no.
That
So
was after
the okay, so no, so that definitely I definitely went to Cinema 2.
Where
We're center stage.
Center stage is no, where the
Oh,
plays,
okay.
where they have the plays. That whole parking lot was where cars used to park and watch.
Oh, okay.
And it was a very good experience. I think it's something that they really should look into. Especially with
right
girls.
spot though. And the light control going there.
Very
Well,
important.
For people like me, I suppose the light control going there.
I to be honest, and I don't think it even have to be in Kingston.
No, but where then?
Bless you.
Thanks, Corona. I don't think it has to be in Kingston. I feel like
This man just needs to say.
Yeah, he just gave it to me.
no. He's over here. We're not social distancing. I'm so yeah, but oh my god. All right. So while my co-host goes ballistic, and yeah, Lysol, they're about hand
That's
sanitizer.
hand air, bro.
So while somebody just typed Rona on the live. Oh, this is gonna be the worst live ever. So New Kingston had a not drive-through, drive-in. Yes, New Kingston had a drive-in, and my father used to work at Xerox, and I remember on one of the top floors, we used to go, there's like a balcony, and we used to like watch the movie, but we can't hear nothing. So we just used to, so people used to be like, yeah, so people used to like make up dialogue. People used to like make up dialogue to be like, oh yeah, and then somebody's like, yeah, man, I'm a 6'9". Oh baby, like we can't hear nothing. But definitely my father used to hide me in the trunk of the VW and put a blanket over so him don't pay for me.
Me too. And I mean the thing is, as well as we knew there was a lady there this was Harborview one though. There was a lady there that we always Miss Lawson. I never forget. Every time you pull up here, my auntie goes, "Hey, Miss Lawson." I was like, "Here full of people. You pay for 2 people." You know, just nepotism, you know.
Yeah. Everybody hired up everybody.
Because
And you could see sometimes even on the people who work in the gates, just like, oh, just go on, just drive. I'm not even going to check your trunk right now. My father used to tell me shh. And I remember one of the movies that that I remember watching there was Ninja Turtles.
I watched it that man.
Right. And then I remember at the drive-in.
On JBC.
So the baddest thing about the drive-in to is they had a time gap. So like the movie would play like 3 times.
Yeah. You could just stay.
So you could just stay, and so let's say work done and we miss the start of the movie.
Oh,
we
just
just
stay.
Just build.
Yeah, and just catch back the beginning.
And just
and
catch
leave
back
if you want or watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was simple
I think they were
times.
factoring people having sex.
Yeah. Actually, one of the movies
I think
on
there's
my,
someone in
one of the
there.
movies on my list is How About You Driving when we watch it that house.
Well, you
Oh,
guys,
nice.
you guys are giving reasons why Carib wouldn't do that because it
Ja-
don't sound like they're gonna make no money.
No, but it's different nowadays, man. You know, video. Nobody put in. Wait, you put in your Corolla trunk.
Well, yeah, I would still
Yeah, do we
sneak
figure it out?
Malachi
Okay.
into
Maybe
I would put Malachi
So
in the
let's
trunk.
stop
robots?
snitching. Let's stop snitching. Snitches get
Yeah,
stitches.
yeah, true.
But let's now watch this. Although they were tagged, weren't they? I tagged them to my post. Anyway,
Let's tag them now.
tag them now.
Untag them.
Anyway, by the time them build the drive-through, them not watching this.
They're not doing
Anyway, so Wednesday they open. I plan to maybe pre the thing, take it in, see what I go on.
Where what? I will forward. I will drive my own vehicle, and I will take pictures of the outside and take videos of the outside, and I will post that, and then we'll go my
All right. I going to go mask up, ready. If I dirt, brother. If I dirt, I
This
dirt.
will be the last episode.
There will be no episode. I'll be gone. It's been a good run. Life was fine.
I'm actually looking to my left at the book says microbiology. Like it's all over now.
Anyway, so that was it for our hot topic. Let's move into watching a trailer. The trailer that we're going to watch today is Tenet, the new Christopher Nolan film that got pushed back.
Is a word. You're looking the right doors. Some of the wrong ones too. Use it carefully.
That's on Denzel Washington.
To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
I love how confused I already am.
I'm not saying I'm getting here.
Something worse.
So he has the power to reverse stuff. That's what it is. I love how they sneak in a picture of that night, like an Inception, like, let's get your money.
Did you watch Dunkirk?
I did. Did you?
You know what?
Inversion.
I'm a poetry.
Turn the camera. That's a good idea.
You're catching it.
Can you see it?
I've seen too much. We'll try and keep up. This is about survival.
For those on the podcast who are still watching the trailer.
They can't hear.
Yeah, the podcast. Yeah, it's,
Oh. You chose the wrong profession. Here. Things will happen here.
There are people in the future who need us. Who need a tenant.
We need to save them.
Here and now.
It's reversing the flow of time. Wasn't us being here now. It never happened. You want to crash a plane? Come up from the air. I'm such massive. Well, how big a plane? That part is a little dramatic.
I love how it looks like all of his movies. Like that scene in the theater looks like the Bane scene from Dark Knight Rises.
Well, when a man have a style, a man have a style. But what is that movie about?
Right. Yes, my question.
No, hear what I was saying.
The
Christopher-
bullet come in there and then it shoots out.
He has the ability to reverse things.
I know what he can do, but what is the movie about?
It's about
Him
how
reversing
Christopher
things.
Nolan is reversing actual time.
I see.
Because
Yeah.
that's what I end with.
I
Okay.
see.
And you see, like, even that last scene looks like the scenes from Inception where Leonardo DiCaprio is teaching Ellen Page how to do Inception.
Yes.
But how we feel about Christopher Nolan? Let's talk about that. I've heard a lot of people say that he's an intelligent Michael Bay. Hold on to that for a second. Just hold on to that for a second. How do you feel about Christopher Nolan?
a little bit the same way I feel about Michael Bay. I think they're both quite pretentious and over the top. Look, no, don't get it wrong. There's a time and place for everything.
And an audience. Yeah.
But it's not like me, it's not a brother where I go, here, a Christopher Nolan. So, oh, God, I gotta go watch that movie. I'm like, how is he planning to confuse the shit out of me now? Then I'm like, am I up for that?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I can't, there's nothing to comment on from a technical standpoint because it is a A-list Hollywood.
Well, he
there's
definitely,
nothing to really look on that, you know.
He's definitely, what I will say is,
Special effects.
What he's good at, he's elite.
Yeah.
And then
sure.
at the very least, he hasn't yet fallen into the hole where you can see he doesn't care about story, which is what I felt about a lot of Michael Bay films.
Well, yes.
You know, and the thing about it is that the pretentiousness. So he's on both ends. He's extremely action-based and extremely pretentious. So my enjoyment falls right in the middle.
Okay. But you have to find a middle ground, man.
Right. For me, and so like, and that's what keeps me watching his movies. Whereas Michael Bay, I kind of stop watching his movies.
Which one I like a Nolan movie you rate like is up in a year?
A Nolan movie?
Christmas. Yeah.
Well, you know, like in my top favorites of all time.
Yeah.
Well, Dark Knight and Memento.
Okay.
Memento
And those two
especially.
are for me as well. And the only reason I can only tell you,
I
never
enjoyed
watched
it a lot, but
I never watched
Interstellar would be if I gave a favorite blockbusters. You know, because the thing about Interstellar, that same pretentiousness that you talk about, kind of came out in how he explained things. And I was like, you could have go back to your whole, I'm not going to tell you the whole story kind of vibes. Like with Inception.
Okay.
You know, I rewatched Inception recently, and I actually didn't enjoy it as much.
I never enjoyed the movie even the first time I watched it. However, what I did say about it, it would have made an excellent book. I would have much rather have read Inception than watched it.
So that the thing with me,
like if I read it, I'd be more confused.
No, well, probably, but I guess he's up for that confusion. You see me?
No, the thing is that I understand the concept of lucid dreams and those. I fully understand that
The
concept.
astral plane
How I imagine it though, like how I see it,
is more fantastic.
is not like how he portrayed it.
Okay.
There are certain rules that I agree with, but like just how him visually portrayed, I see it a different way. So I'd rather read it to be able to just have it in my own mind. But it was an okay movie. I didn't really love it though.
So I loved it when I watched it in theaters, and I will admit that a lot of times spectacles hold me, and then I rewatch it, and then when you rewatch it like on a laptop or on your phone or something like that, well, you kind of also have to zone in on just what's happening rather than being in the theater like, the man did over this, I know him over this, or that. Yeah. So now that I have to focus on the stars, it's like there's a lot of convoluted stuff that was unnecessary for Inception, or not as exciting as it first was. I felt that way right away about Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Immediately, Dark Knight Rises done, and I was like, things were forced. But back to this, so there's a possibility that Tenet can have that forced feeling, but I definitely will have to watch this in theaters to not hate it immediately because I know just looking at it, I'm going to love it.
It looked like a
Like,
visual spectacle. For
I
sure.
actually
Yeah.
would. I actually
Them
would.
action sequence, they look kind of like, yeah.
I really would love to watch it with you in the theaters.
Not
If
in
you,
the theater.
I would love to walk out of that theater with you though. To just have you be like, let me talk about all the shit I don't like, and I'll be like, the bullet come back in at the gun. The bullet come back in at the gun.
Cool.
Which is hilarious because we're going to be talking about action films
True.
as our main topic.
True.
So that's how I feel about it. Obviously, one thing Christopher Nolan knows to do. Christopher Nolan knows how to make a goddamn trailer.
Yeah.
He knows how to make a trailer.
The art of trailer making.
You understand? So I loved Inception the first time. I rewatched it. Never love it as much, but I still think Inception was. I still think most of his movies are good movies.
Well, tell you what. Check that. Do that same thing. Most of those movies, watch them 3 times. At the 3rd time, if you still love it, then make it.
Yeah. Well, Interstellar I need to revisit. I've definitely watched Memento, holy, and love it
That
more
is
every
fine.
time.
Yeah, that's our best.
Memento, I keep loving. Dark Knight.
But that is the thing, and I guess this is the thing of my issue with it. And it's not just, and I can't call it an issue. The thing is with creators on a whole, artists on a whole, whether they are movie, film, whatever.
Yeah.
It's almost as if the more you do, the more popular it becomes, or the more credit you get for it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like it starts to get watered down a little, or over grandiose. Because, like you said, Memento for me is like, it's an early Nolan movie. It's one of them early.
Still in film school vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even how it's shot, there is not no like, is not as intricate as any of all of these things that you see in there. There is, it's very well edited, but shooting wise, it's pretty cut and paste. But that's in early work. As it gets further along, you kind of see, a little bit too much. I like the simple stuff.
So, nice trailer. I'm looking forward to it. You would probably legally stream it somewhere.
Yes, legally. I will legally stream it somewhere.
All right. So, that was a trailer. Our next section is usually something local. But we already spoke about Palace opening.
As a local news.
But
it was a hot topic on a local news, I guess.
All right, let me throw something out there and as kind of a local film to speak about. We didn't really plan this before, but I can throw it out there. Did you get a chance to see Sprinter?
No.
Yeah.
You saw Sprinter?
You want to come over here first?
Nope.
I'll try to repeat what you're saying, but
Okay.
I want to talk about a local film. What's the last local film that you saw?
Hard at the coach.
Rather than going into actual specific films, if we're going to talk about something local, let's start with that first. Let's make the first topic very general. How do we feel about local films?
I mean, they're good. Especially more. I mean,
Do you have a favorite one?
A favorite local film?
Yeah. Shut us, nigga. What you talking?
That was the first one that came to mind.
Oh.
In all honesty.
Left the what and take the what? It's
that for, I guess, for our generation, has left so much catchphrases. There's like a lot of things within it.
They got too far now, bitch.
All of them things there. So I think Shutters in my time, I would have said probably the most influential, But in all honesty, my favorite one is Lunatic.
No clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You don't know Lunatic?
Oh wait, no. I'm actually currently reading the book for Lunatic.
Right. The film adaptation.
The film adaptation.
For
I found it on YouTube and I plan to watch it after.
Should we just watch it now?
No.
And so the thing is,
I have no idea what it is.
Caribbean storytelling is awesome. We just needed the filmmaking to catch up to it, and I think we have reached a point
where the filmmaking quality is there.
I just would encourage the filmmakers themselves now to tell great stories, great Caribbean stories.
Can somebody give me a synopsis?
Lunatic is basically about a madman who eventually, I just know the book synopsis, which is similar.
Same thing.
It's about a madman who basically meets a German tourist who basically tries to take up a life with him in the bush and sexes him all the time. because this madman has a really big dick.
Pretty much.
And it's just all
That sounds
craziness.
problematic.
It's all problematic.
That sounds so
It's
problematic.
Because he's a madman.
He's a madman, yeah. But it's a really cool story. Here what I would say. I have one deep issue with all recorded Jamaican footage, or most. We don't know what to do with how we speak. That's my big issue.
That is true.
Wait,
We
We
need to
have a
actually-
thing, I call it, I
Like
don't know
the
if there's
twanging
any
or-
twanging-ish, but I call it rising pitch. I don't know what the proper term for it is. Watch any commercial. You don't even have to go movie.
I know
It's like-
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, so who that out there?
Is the over? Yeah, is
Then
there
I,
the
you
over?
never know, sir.
You never know, say.
Yeah,
Like, we don't talk like that. And why is it that when we're filming people in Jamaica, the pitch
Uh-huh.
rise like that? So
a part of it
Yeah.
coming from theater. Jamaican theater is like that. Theater on a whole is like that. Is it not like there's
To
a lot
raise
of
your voice,
overacting and
So
a
the
lot
person
of
in the
Yeah.
back can hear
rain.
you.
You have to expand and thing. And most
Bro.
these actors are theater trained. But so you go foreign on you look at an actor like a Al Pacino. Pacino does theater as well as film.
Yeah.
You watch Pacino in as on theater on stage.
he has different voice
It's
control.
different.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's and yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that is the thing that
We have broken off on
Maybe
it.
the technique. I don't know what is going on with teaching drama because you go in school, you in school that this drama school, you learn acting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
drama
yeah,
is
yeah.
all
Yeah.
all of that. So me just a figure say there maybe needs to be teaching acting for screen for film.
Right. Separate from.
That is different.
Yeah.
Because you're right, there is a lot of that overlay. But which is why I rate an actor like Ninja Man. Because Ninja Man on the street and Ninja Man on the screen
It's the
same blood clot Ninja Man.
But no, so alright, so Clive Campbell is who plays Lunatic.
Yes.
So Clive Campbell is Mad Max in Shatters.
Yeah,
And Third World Cup, and he's in dance. So
Yeah, no, I got it.
he doesn't
Same guy everywhere. Got it.
he doesn't do that with his voice.
Yeah,
And that's
he
why
doesn't.
I respect him so much.
Yeah.
But you will watch a Bullet Beef and it's like, you don't like Bullet Beef from this? You like who is telling them to talk like this?
I don't know.
And for me that kills all the movie. And I see it
Yeah.
like, all right, so Sprinter, when it's not the foreign man them twanging, I see it sometimes.
Mhm.
I think a lot of the YouTubers and a lot of the social media actors don't do it because they're used to just Prince Pine,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fat Skull.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
they're making their videos, they don't
Yeah.
do that rising pitch.
Because they didn't go to Enaman.
Right. They didn't go to Edna Manley.
They're not really actors.
Shame.
So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what is happening now is a lot of these guys are getting acting roles. So
Mhm.
Dave Elliott, but him is Dale Elliott or David? Dale Elliott.
I think it's Dale.
Yeah, Dale Elliott,
I'll Google
him
it. That's
in and out with it in Sprinter.
Mhm.
But for the most part, that rising pitch is what kills me. Stop talking in the Grace Bully Beef commercial voice. I think as soon as you get that, because
Dale.
the good Caribbean stories are there. I don't think Better Must Come is a bad Caribbean story. I don't think Third World Cup is a bad Caribbean story. I don't think Dancer Queen is a bad Caribbean story. I don't think it's great. We have better stories out there. But if we never talk like this, the corniness, you know?
Yes, it does become a little
It does become corny because it's theater.
Yeah.
And theater
Yeah.
becomes a little unrealistic. And the thing about theater is they have to project like that because they're projecting to an audience. They need that man in the back to hear.
Mhm.
In the movies, the boom mic is here.
The screen is
For those on the podcast, you didn't see me slap the top of my head. You see me? So that is how I feel about just local film. And I really think that, we need to get into that. We need to get rid of that cringe factor. We need to just do more voice training. And sadly, it might mean that a lot more local filmmakers need to go abroad to get the clout that we seem to want from the people. Because we're always bringing in people and they're just going to talk.
right. That's the issue with going abroad.
No, that's the issue with bringing
Stella!
people. That's the issue. I get what you're saying, but I think that for me is the issue with bringing the foreigners down here. I think if we send guys abroad to gain clout and make their films, when they eventually come back,
Come back and talk.
You think so? All of
Shayne,
them?
You
Hmm.
remember when we went to that savannah?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if we went to the savannah thing. It was clearly Jamaican actors because they were there in the audience watching it too.
Mhm.
But it was a guy with an American accent doing the voiceover. And a couple people asked, like, if this is a Caribbean, if this is a Jamaican story, why is this American accent talking over it?
Yeah.
And I don't remember, you remember what they said when they were answering that?
No, actually.
I don't remember what they said, but it wasn't like a good answer. It was the good.
I remember.
They probably just tried to brush it off, like
Yeah,
blow it off, like
no, actually they did say that the guy that was voicing over was Haitian American, so he does understand the struggles or whatever.
yeah, but that don't mean him can talk like we.
But that don't mean he can talk like us
Yeah,
or
yeah.
talk to us like how we need to hear it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if you say at the end of the day for me, what is the story being told? Yeah. When I was watching
Facts.
that little piece,
Facts.
you know, what was the story that was being told? It never really mattered to me if it came off as from a North American or Caribbean person.
Mhm.
What the disconnect was from me. So to me, it looked like presenting an American issue
Yeah.
with Jamaican scenery and action, because I think it was very much what was it really about though? It was
It
again
was
what
a
was it
little too
about?
artistic for me.
Yeah,
But there were a couple.
What was it about?
No,
I get
sometimes things are too artistic for me. Where I'm just like, you lost me. It's beautiful, you lost me.
Yeah, I'm
I got you.
simply not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not even the right person to like
But, like,
criticize
there
films.
were-
I'm very very simple, you know.
There were scenes of them like in a wedding dance with
Where is that?
Talk.
I'm talking.
Are you gonna pee? Should we wait for you?
No. Just keep talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You pooping?
Not what.
Keep talking.
Right.
Yeah. There were scenes of this guy with a typewriter dancing at a wedding type dance. I don't know if it was wedding or.
Oh no, I know the cashier guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's always there.
Yeah. Okay, so it was that, and there was another scene where they were in some bush. Like, I don't know.
As I said, like
But
the question
wasn't
I
really-
wanted to ask was,
Yeah.
what is
What
this
are you talking
about?
about? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what was this about? You know? Because it's one thing for it's like, leave it to the audience, but don't know. But what you're trying to say, though, like I'm just trying to get what you're trying to say with your piece.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got pieces of it at the time, but no, I forget.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
But we're talking about that. But anyway, Lunatic was my favorite.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shutters, as
Is
I
my
said, is the
favorite.
more iconic. Is the most iconic.
definitely,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, so I mean, we're talking about something local, so I guess we can just wrap that up with something local. I mean, I just wanted to kind of throw it out there. In future episodes, we'll have a lot more focus on the local film scene because it's Chat Bout Flim, so we definitely want to make it as Jamaican as possible. I'm just going to do a quick mid-episode plug just to remind you guys. Add the IG page Chat Bout Flim. I know there are people watching on IG Live behind the scenes right now on my personal page. I'm eventually going to do everything through Chat Bout Flim. It's also, the behind the scenes is also live on YouTube, so just search Chat Bout Flim on YouTube. I don't know how easy it's going to be to find it now because we're just starting.
It should be pretty easy. It's the only one that says
Flim.
Chat Bout Flim.
So please like, subscribe, share, all of that. I would say even take this IG live now and share it in your stories. Get it out there so people know. We want to really get this thing going consistently. All right. Next topic, Gigi, will be me and my co-hosts are going to go through
Action films.
our favorite action films. Now, I want to put a little disclaimer out there that as a human being, I am free to change this week. So I know people can dig up things in the past. I might come on here and say, oh, you know that this is my favorite thing. And they're like, wait, no. Episode 1, you said these are your 3 favorite. You liar.
Me too.
Yeah. I don't actually even trust your favorites right now.
I don't even trust that. Like I really just pick them out of the air and say, let me talk about these,
Alright.
you know.
So let's start with your favorite, which is one of my favorite, but it didn't make my top 3. So it would be a good conversation to start off with.
Okay. Which is what, Terminator 2?
So we're
Judgment
in
Day?
Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Yeah.
First thing we have to say, one of the greatest sequels of all time.
One of the greatest movies, action movies of all
For
time.
sure, one of the greatest action movies of all time. But
But
there's
sequels as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
there's
No.
a real reason why I have to big it
It's
up
true,
as
it's true.
one of the greatest sequels, which is it's very hard to follow up something good. You know, we said Terminator 2 because we want to mention that Terminator 1 was a damn good movie.
It was.
But why is it one of your favorites?
It have everything that you could ask for in an action movie, including
Why
new
you sound like you're doing an
technology,
interview for a job?
like,
Why you sound like you're doing an interview for a job?
Yeah.
This job of everything that I could
you know,
ask for.
everything that I wanted to see in a movie in
Yeah.
terms of, you know, big action star, like
Yeah.
a continuous storyline, action sequences that don't leave your mind, new technology, the first time you see liquid metal turning into anything like
Yo, it's still like it has to
It's-
stand the test of
and that
time.
is the thing. To this day, it's like
It's
it's almost
aged
like
well.
it's like a
It's
Kubrick
aged well.
movie, brother. You can take up Doctor Strangelove and watch it
Watch it
today.
right now. Yeah.
Would probably just color it, but put it in color, and you don't think that yesterday.
Yeah.
And the same thing with T2 Judgment Day, brother. It's just like one of them movies
Terminator is great.
that just it stand the test of time. Is you know, you have to say excellent acting because
Well, you know, Schwarzenegger is the greatest non-actor.
he's exactly
the greatest non-actor
exactly
of all time.
It is like hard to say well acting, you know, but he just
What's the
played
exact year it came out?
1991.
right.
Okay.
You know, I remember because year one, as well as even as that year, that's my last year of prep school,
Mhm.
and this is still Harbor View Driving. Harbor View Driving, we watch that movie there. And Total Recall, or like the original Total Recall, like them two movies that I remember distinctly watching at Harbor View Driving, snuck in through the trunk because as a little picnic, it's an R-rated movie, all of them sort of thing there, and was just totally amazed at what I saw as a child. And it made me just want to see a lot more blood and guts and shooting up of people for the rest of my life.
Murder. But so
Kill.
kill. So what I really loved about Terminator 2, because 91, it's funny because those years I don't think are really new good movies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Terminator 2 reaches out, I think, to everybody, even people who like crap movies, even people who are very into artistic movies and them love the indie movie kind of vibes, acknowledge Terminator 2 as great.
Yeah.
Because while you're talking about the flash and bang, how it looks, how it lasted, and things like that, what touched me as a young youth were certain depths in the movie. So what stood out for me was the black guy who helped build the arm, and when he had to blow the bomb, and then him basically dead, and it dropped on it. It was like holding up the arm and then blow up everything. I just remember as a little you going, one more clip.
No, but I want to tell you
Yo.
something. Look, all right. I saw somebody comment on the IG page about you're not supposed to get the same anticipation and thing that you feel when you watch a movie more than one time. And I said that's bullshit because I felt that way about Terminator 2. I watched Terminator 2 at the theater. I tell you, anytime it coming on now, I watch it and I still feel the same sense of adrenaline and reaction. I remember as a teenager one time watching it in my grandmother's living room. My grandmother at her computer, and she hear all of the cussing and the killing and everything, and she cussed me and say, "Yo, you can't watch them, Ray. Look at them ugly and Ray." And at the end of the movie, I get up to her. I was really being like, you know, I was like, you know what I learned about this movie, from this movie, Grandma? How can a machine value humankind so much more than humans themselves?
And she was looking at you like,
Exactly. She goes, so why them have to curse so much bad words? So like that's why I said like Terminator 2 in terms of every single generation. When my son reached 13 and he watched that movie for the first time, his mind will be blown. Simply as mine was at the time.
I mean, you hope it will be.
It will be, without a shadow of a doubt.
It's like if it doesn't.
It would. I'll be so
Expectations.
trust me, like
It's just like
if he looks at it like The fuck? I swear to God, like I'm giving him a
Remember
for
when he
adoption.
was like, worst name ever.
Yeah.
Just killing dreams.
My first action film that I'm going to talk about, I think is the greatest action film ever made. I think that because it's groundbreaking, and that is The Matrix. That's my favorite action film. Now, why it's my personal top and why I think it's one of the greatest ever made, mind you, I think it beats T2 by a smidge. By a smidge.
Yeah, it's well and pretentious as fuck, but they're good though.
No,
they're good.
But
Good,
you
they
see
can't
when-
go around it, you know.
But you see when I first watched The Matrix on DirecTV, and I think it was on channel 102, and it was playing nonstop where DirecTV played.
Over
Was
and
that
over.
satellite?
Yeah, DirecTV satellite, and channels 100 to 199 were all movies,
Yeah.
and each channel had its own movie, and for 24 hours it was that one movie. And you would just click it and watch it, and when it's done, you just watch it again. And I just remember watching The Matrix and just going, ready,
Again.
one more time, play it again.
No, man.
What? How? What just happened? Who see that? Who see that? And I just remember like going to my mother like, "Wanna watch Matrix yet? Wanna come here? Wanna come here?"
No, definitely is one of those movies that I was able to watch over. And the thing is about watching it over and over is that every time I watch it, I saw something else that I missed from the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I think I've exhausted it. No, you know, like
Yeah.
why I probably still give T2 a slight edge is because honestly, I can't watch Matrix. I can't watch Matrix again.
That's crazy.
I reach a point where I can't
crazy.
watch it again.
I will watch over Matrix and then go on YouTube and watch Matrix clips.
Yeah, I can't watch it again.
Bro.
But it
The
was
man
definitely
grab a helicopter and fling the helicopter into a building, brother.
Yes.
Brother. Jeez. So. So yeah. Woo.
Okay, yeah, true.
True. So what are your favorite scenes from The Matrix?
Gunshot scene when him dodging the bullets because he actually got hit.
Bro, dodge this. Bro, dodge this.
Yeah.
Dodge this.
What other scene in there? What's my favorite scene in Matrix? I don't know.
All right. So here's all right. Let me go into why I think Matrix is for me the best ever. T2 was great. T2 was groundbreaking. T2 stand the test of time. But I don't think T2 changed how action films are made.
No, I think T2 actually set a precedence for the movies like Matrix to be made.
Definitely. There's always that Godfather, the grandfather role who was there. But what I'm saying is T2, I think, was so good that other people
set the bar, so you had to do better than that.
No, but they
Nikki
hold on.
Lil Kim props.
What?
I said Nikki give Lil Kim props.
Like how Nikki gave Lil Kim props. No, well, hold on. But hear me out. I still think for that it was a bar that people would fall short, but there wasn't anything stylistically that I didn't think people were hitting that level of technology. The whole rotating camera thing that Matrix invented, definitely. Everybody was doing slow-mo spin cam shit after that.
That's true.
Isn't it? Everybody was trying to hit that.
That wasn't in Belly. No, okay.
Belly? Up in your belly.
Some rotation as well.
Wasn't there a spinning camera? Okay,
Anyway, focus.
Okay,
Focus. So here are the meds, Zine. So I think it changed that. I think the idea of the green and the color tint, I think it changed that a little bit as well. I think people started going very shades and darker tones a lot more.
Yeah, I soon come according to
Yeah, man. So that is how I feel about that part. And I think as a film, Matrix really brought about a new style. And I think that new style of action film was groundbreaking. You don't think so?
Yeah, I just really feel like Billy spinning cameras, and I just went Google.
All right. No, Belly had no spinning cameras. It's literally a style that they are credited for, like, in the industry.
Okay.
But that's how I feel about Matrix.
We'll
My
just-
favorite scenes in Matrix. First, obviously, dodge this. But the real favorite scene that I have is the ground floor, the hall scene when I'm going into that building and the security guard was like, "We need to check your guns."
Yeah.
And him open him jacket.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh shit!" And he's just big gun, and the flip, and everybody dead. That's my favorite scene in the Matrix. But yeah. All right. Let's move on to your next favorite film.
Okay, this is more of sentiment, in all honesty, because it is actually one of the first action films that I remember as a child, which is First Blood. Rambo First Blood.
Rambo. Yo, when Rambo bust, everybody want to wear a red headband.
Yeah, and everybody wanted machine guns and a 12 and a foot long blade knife.
Oh, pause. Gigi, here's something cool to Google.
1982.
Is
Rambo? 82 Rambo come out?
First Blood.
Oh, well, I can tell you about...
So it's VHS. I watched
VHS,
I go tell nobody I went to go theater and watch that.
No, definitely VHS.
Yeah.
And back when we used to have VHS shop,
Yeah.
when the man down the road used to have a bunch of VHS.
Yo, there was C
Look up
Martin.
Rambo kill counts. Can you know the funny joke about Rambo First Blood? Only 5 people died.
Jesus. Well,
But I think by Rambo 3, like 100 people did. Like,
remember Hot Shots made
Hot Shots made a joke about
big joke.
the kill count is there?
Yeah.
I read out the kill count for the first Rambo.
What's the name of the first Rambo?
First Blood.
Okay, wait, that's not there. Okay, First Blood 1.
One person died?
One person.
What? In First Blood, one person died?
That can't be
Bro,
right.
this cannot be on your action movie list then. If one man dead.
That
Because
can't
First
be
Blood
right.
Part 2, 75.
Wait,
70.
hold on. The first Rambo, one man dead.
Yeah.
No, I gotta
The
check
second
that
one-
fuck itself. I don't believe that.
The second one, 75.
Okay. Rambo 3, 115.
What? 115, yeah.
Uh-huh. Rambo 4, 254.
This don't even sound like it makes sense.
Well, anyway.
Anyway, we don't even bother here.
First Blood, I guess, was really just one blood.
I do not read.
Oh, okay. They have some requirements for what they count as a kill.
Oh.
Rambo must be the one who causes the death.
No, okay, but I'm sure he caused deaths in the first one.
The death must be confirmed with video evidence.
But maybe then there's not that.
Also, there are
Just
people in probably that
Rambo
they
must
assume
cause
that.
certain death, not a serious injury.
Yeah.
And the death must occur in the movies. Kills from video games or comics are not, obviously.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So I really liked the whole props, the MacGyver kind of vibes behind it.
Yeah.
I love that about
It
First
was
Blood.
corny as hell.
It was
but-
corny as-
And Empire Strikes Back, which I wrote this one.
Yeah.
But-
How do I not have Star Wars on my list? It's okay. It's close. It's more science fiction. It's a science fiction debate.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say about Rambo?
Nah, I mean Sylvester Stallone,
Another non-actor.
another one of those non-actors that
where he's himself.
Yeah, he just plays himself in all his movies and does damn good at it. I wish somebody paid me to do the same.
Right. All right. So my next favorite film. Say hello to my little friend,
Yeah, man.
Scarface.
Mhm.
Now, when I brought up Scarface, you said that there's a slight debate as to whether or not it's actually action film.
or drama.
But Gigi, we're looking it up. Scarface.
Well, when we spoke about it earlier, I looked it up and it won Best Drama.
It won Best Drama.
Yeah, let me find it back.
I feel very dramatic right now. But what does IMDb list it as?
Okay, I'm coming.
All right. So before we go to that, so Scarface.
Yeah, I mean,
Part of what I consider a group of turning point films from, where before I saw Scarface, I feel like one of my favorite movies was like Bad Boys or The Rock or Michael Bay type movies. You know, I do believe that Scarface brought about a certain level. I have a big up Apple. Anywhere you're there, Apple, I don't remember the actual IG name or whatever. You used to go to Campion and go by Triple and rap. And then rap. You probably know Apple.
Yeah.
I heard about Scarface by going to summer camp, and Apple used to sit down and tell you the entire plot of Scarface during breaks. Entire plot.
Over and over again, every day.
Well, it would be different movies every day.
Okay.
But I remember hearing Scarface thinking, I'm gonna watch it. Hey,
You should
can,
bring
can
on
I
that
get some of that
English
funding?
Crime drama.
Can I get some of that funding?
IMDb crime drama.
Crime drama. Well, I am going to put it in action. I don't care what nobody says. And for me, it's
Tell me when.
yeah. For me, it's my favorite action film because good. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite action films, mainly because outside of the drama itself, it has a lot of action scenes.
But are they good?
The action scenes,
Yeah.
they're great.
Okay.
Oh,
I was
what
going
do
to date
you
it.
mean?
I was going to date it.
What do you mean?
Mm,
The live has ended. That's
yeah.
why. Yeah. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that being the case, that it's considered a drama. I'm going to throw it in there as action. Mostly because I loved those action scenes.
Okay.
If I get, let's say, the movie gods remove this from being an action film, I would replace it with like Heat. But I do believe that's dramatic
That's
as well.
drama. Yeah, that's drama.
You know, but that type, for me, even if it's not filled with drama, those scenes and that action, the drama makes it intense, and then it leads to the scenes, and that's the action I like. You see me? So that's what puts it up there for me.
Fair enough.
The acting is great, the dialogue is great, the progression of the story.
No, it's a you know, Scarface is not something you can debate.
Yeah.
You can't argue against it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not as a man at least. You know, if you're arguing against Scarface as a man.
So that is how we feel. That's how I feel about Scarface. Any iconic scenes you want to talk about in Scarface?
End scene, last shoot 'em up scene. You know, like how much gunshot a cokehead film man can take.
Take gunshot. Take gunshot.
I mean, it goes to show you, like, the right amount of coke, you too might live forever.
All right. Moving on to your third.
Okay, my third is again one of those early movies, which is Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was the first Indiana Jones movie that I watched. I don't think it was the first Indiana Jones movie, but
Raiders of the Lost Ark, I think, is the third one.
Right.
No, it's the first one.
It's
Raiders, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade,
and then
the full one, the full alien one.
So Raiders of the Lost Ark was the first one.
It was the first one. Yeah.
Okay, well,
but it's also a possibility that you didn't watch everything in order. You may have watched that, then you watch Last Crusade, then you go back and watch Temple of Doom.
Well, I can.
These were syndicated, I think.
Yeah, but I did watch Raiders of the Lost Ark first.
Okay.
And I did watch Temple of Doom. One of the things about eating the monkey brains that it always stand out to me.
And pulling out the heart.
And the pulling out of the heart.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, while I never understand any religious connotation about it in terms of Ark of the Covenant, I never know nothing about that. But it was just as a story, it's a whirlwind story. It was
and it's
action adventure.
Constantly moving.
Always, man with a whip and a pistol, It just had everything. Man face a melter.
You can take it back. Yeah, man.
It was great. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I think Temple of Doom is where the face melter.
No, it was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, all right, cool.
When they owned the Ark of the Covenant.
You're right. and I think people chose the wrong one. That's right.
Mm.
I'm only human. Definitely one of my favorite. Definitely one of my favorite. Spielberg, Lucas.
Yeah.
It's in the realm of even Star Wars and things like that. Definitely. And it's one of those family great films that I love. It definitely worth a rewatch. I definitely want to go back and give it a rewatch.
Yeah, man.
You know?
All of those early Indiana Jones, those first three, I would have said, you know, and even Last Crusade. Yeah.
I love Last Crusade because I love George Clooney.
That was Sean Connery.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
There, Sam. There.
Internet World Podcast World. I apologize. Unsubscribe. Yeah, Sean Connery. And you know, I'm seeing Sean Connery's face
And saying
George Clooney. I don't know if that's worse. So onto the last movie, which is my last movie, which is, should I say the full name or should I say the part name?
Say the full name.
The Whole Bloody Affair.
Yeah.
The Whole Bloody Affair. Kill Bill. Not just part 1, but part 1 and 2. Now let me tell you something. There's no part 2 for Kill Bill. Now, I will say this. I don't care if they call it, I don't care if they call it a action film, a drama, but you see that scene where where she and the next girl chop the sword them, and she no man, the other blonde girl man, L Driver I think,
Yeah.
and she pluck out her one working eye. Mr. Shayne, no Terminator, no Matrix, no do me so. Like that scene, Shayne.
Alright, everything is now with a Kill Bill. You have to bear in mind that Tarantino movies consider them as a world unto themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
They're a universe.
They're with their
Yeah.
own world.
Mhm.
So like when you're talking about a movie like Kill Bill, there is nothing I can say to disagree with that. I tell you a joke. When I went to watch Kill Bill, I watched Kill Bill by accident. Actually, I went to talk to Ninja Man about doing a TV show. At the time, Ninja Man was on the run from the police, so instead he didn't show up to Carib to meet because he had a movie that was premiering there. So me and my brethren were there. I was like, well, he ain't gonna come, so let's just go watch a movie. Kill Bill was the fucking movie.
Nice.
And
Part 1 or 2 because
part 1 was
okay.
part 1, man. And up until that point, I shit you not even a trailer I did see for the movie. I was so disconnected.
All blank. Don't know what you're going into.
Blank. Yeah, I was going in there.
Movies like that.
And
It's the best.
With no frame of
from the
reference.
movie start, like that,
Yeah.
Bill, it's your boom. I was like,
It's like, oh, he just shot a woman in the face,
He
and the
was
movie
about-
don't even go on 5 minutes.
not that she was about to tell him that it's his baby.
Yeah, and you could hear that she said baby.
Yeah, like, Bill, it's your boom.
Like, it's your, there's only one it's your. There's only one it's your. There's no other it's your.
And it's a
Mari has cemented that again.
Mari, yeah.
Mari Kovic, you bastard.
Yeah.
But yeah,
definitely.
from that frame for frame, scene for scene,
Yeah.
you can't take your eyes off of the movie.
So
You can't even blink.
what also has
The transitions.
so I'm about to go into the technical thing about it now is that Tarantino is one of the most studied filmmakers out there. You know what I mean? He's from Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs. It's studied how certain things are done. And what's really cool is, again, part of the whole turning point of me really becoming a fan of film is realizing that these things are different. You know, these little things are different. Like these angles, I'm looking out of a trunk, you know. The music is swelling at a different time it usually swells, you know.
And what a lot of people don't understand as well is a lot of these styles are developed out of necessity.
Yeah.
So when people like Tarantino and Kubrick start their career, they never have no money and they never have no faith in it.
Right.
From
So-
the film industry.
so-
So they had to be fucking creative and improvise.
So for me,
how
you
to
know,
get the shot.
that technical aspect, it forced me for more rewatches.
Mm.
And Tarantino, in my opinion, makes some of the most rewatchable films. And then I think it becomes extremely rewatchable because of the technical part, the structure, as well, how he tells his stories. Because you will watch it in one way the first time, and then after you go back and you're just like, oh shit, this, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like if he did this in chronological order, it wouldn't be as impactful.
No, it wouldn't.
You
It's
know,
the ability to tell micro stories within larger stories. You
definitely,
understand? And it's like,
definitely.
write that type of writing is not easy because it's easy to write a longer story.
Yeah.
Try write a story in 6 words. You know what I mean? Like
For
them
sure,
kind
for
of
sure.
thing there. It's very so from even a storytelling standpoint, being able to tell smaller stories within these bigger stories
Yeah.
and keeping your interest along the way. I think Tarantino is masterful at it.
Facts. All right. So those are all the movies. I mean,
Not to mention his ability to create dialogue.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know, like the art of dialogue, like just random, like
Yeah.
some people like one of my favorite dialogues in a movie is one of the stupidest, simplest dialogues, and it is Samuel L. Jackson and
Pulp
John
Fiction.
Travolta talking about a royale with cheese.
Mhm.
It's so dumb. And
It's realistic,
irrelevant,
it's realistic,
but
it's
it's a
realistic.
real conversation.
And what's really cool about Kill Bill for me too is he always tries to find a middle ground. Like Kill Bill has a lot of he attempts a lot of corny dialogue because he wanted it to be quippy,
Yeah.
but he still found a way for that quippy corny dialogue to have an impact on. You know what I mean? So
he is dead.
yeah,
It's already cheesy. Ding, by the
yeah.
background,
So even when he like chops off her head, even when he says like there's a one scene where she's beating the boy with the sword, you know, and even that scene, it just how she speaks to the youth and what he said is just really good. So that's why it's definitely up there in action films. So yeah, so what a good episode, you know. With that said, before we fully sign off, all of those who watched on the live stream, everybody who listening on the podcast, please, right now the platform we're on is SoundCloud, but please add up our IG page, look up the YouTube page, subscribe and share. Subscribe and share. I want more people to know about this. I want more people to hear about this. And Chat Bout Flim. It named that for a reason, right? There will be more things about TV shows, more movies coming up. We'll have I will be having movie reviews, quick movie reviews as part of the thing. So spread the word. Let's start chatting about film as much as possible. I'm Simon the Writer, and I'm here with
me. Shayne Morris.
aka Tony Dice. And
Gigi Levy.
and for the people on the live stream who can't hear how softly she said that, Gigi Levy. Okay, thank you, love you, bye.